What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a Q&A video. I'm actually making this video because I am on vacation, cover up some of the times I'm not going to be able to stream while I'm on vacation. I'm sure you've seen the last strand of videos, and this is the last one in a series of videos that I made for my vacation videos. Hope you guys enjoyed. I posted a Q&A on my Instagram a while before I decided to make these videos, and I've got some questions that I'm going to answer from that Q&A. Got some music playing in the background. I will leave link down below to Pretzel Rock. That's the music player I playing all the music that I'll be playing today during this video. I'm still not used to just making a video. Yeah, like I'm used to having a live audience to talk to, so forgive me. But the first question on my Q&A list that I have here in front of me is, what did you play on your first stream? Well, my first stream was actually here on YouTube. I originally started here on YouTube, and my first stream was Battlefield 1. And amongst that, I also did some Minecraft videos too off my PlayStation 4. That was the first game I played on stream was Battlefield 1, and I'll leave a link to that video down below so you guys can go check out and see how unentertaining it was to begin with. Like, I was nervous. I didn't quite know what I was doing, and I was just kind of winging it, but I knew I wanted to do it. The next one on the list here is, what did you do before you started streaming? I mean, I worked. I worked. I worked. I worked. I kind of want to go into more because there's another question on this list that'll lead up to answering kind of more of this. So, let's just. What did I do before I started streaming? I worked. I had a job. I still have a job. I still work. I mean, I'm not full-time content creator, but I worked. Another question is, let me hold on. I got to flip the page here. What are your most and least favorite games of all times? My most favorite games, that is a list that can go on forever, but games that I know for sure I've gone back to and I've played multiple times are Skyrim's Elder Scroll. I actually own a copy of that on my Xbox. I had originally bought it on my Xbox 360. Then I bought it for my Xbox One. I bought it for PC because I played it on stream. And I also believe I have a copy. No, I just have those 3 copies, I think. But Skyrim, 100%. Elder Scroll, love the game. I've gone back and I've played it so many times. Bendy and the Ink Machine, I played that on stream for a Halloween event, Halloween stream a few years back, and I used to play it on Halloween. The last couple years I haven't played it for Halloween, but Bendy and the Ink Machine was a fantastic mystery game, horror jump scare mystery game, and I don't really like scary games, but that was a fantastic game. And I'm going to definitely put in this list right now as of making this video, Call of Cthulhu. I'm so glad that one of my buddies on stream here, Urso, had suggested playing Call of Cthulhu. I'm loving the game. You guys check out the stream playlist, Call of Cthulhu. It's a great game so far. I can't wait to get back home and continue to play it. Next question is, what is the weirdest game you've ever played on stream and in real life? I don't think I really played. Oh, I forgot to answer. Hold on. Let's backtrack a minute. I didn't answer the second part of that question, which was, what is the least favorite game I played? Least favorite. I do have a couple least favorite games that I've ever played. If Amy ever watches this, she will agree with me. I tried playing Division 2. It's a shooting, third-person shooting style game. And hold on a second, guys. All right, I know I said hold on a second. It was literally like bloop for you guys, but I had to blow my nose. Anyways, Division 2. I tried to want to like that game so much because I wanted to play it with Amy. She's one of my good friends that I've met streaming. We've played many games together. Division 2 was not a game that we played together well. I tried so hard to want to like that game, but hated it so much. The controls were so clunky to me. I didn't enjoy it. I got so frustrated with everything about it. I just couldn't get into it. And then also Resident Evil 6. I believe it was Resident Evil 6 Biohazard or whatever. I hated that game with a passion. The controls, again, clunky, terrible. I just kept dying in the same spot, and I was like, why am I dying? This is stupid. I got so ragey at it. Oh, I didn't like it at all. And it's funny because I played Dark Souls 2, and that game made me rage a lot, but I actually enjoyed playing it. I didn't play through it all the way, clearly, but I played it on stream, and I enjoyed it. I still would play Dark Souls over either Division or Resident Evil 6 any day. But for games that I like the most and games that I really didn't care for, least favorite, it's not really all time, but liked games and least favorite, definitely that's a list I would go off of. Next question is, what is the weirdest game you've played on stream and in real life? I can't say that I can think of a weird game that I've really played on stream and or in real life that I just sat there and I was like, man, this is weird. Like, it's not a lot of games. Like I watch a preview of a game before I'm like, yeah, I'm going to play this. Or like, yeah, I think I could like this. I haven't really played a game where I just jumped in and I was like, oh, I'm not feeling this. This is kind of strange. So I can't really physically answer that question. Hardest game you've played on stream and in real life. This will go right back to what I was just talking about a question ago. Hardest game was probably Dark Souls. I loved playing that game, but man, it takes patience. It takes thinking. It takes a lot of patience. And the game, it was fun. I absolutely loved it, but it definitely was hard. It definitely kicked my ass. But the outcome of actually beating a boss or beating even a mob, the outcome was fantastic. That's why I really wanted to play and still do want to play Elden Ring, because it's the same concept. I don't know for sure. I don't remember off the top of my head, but if it's made by the same people, but it's the same concept. The idea of it being so difficult, but the reward of defeating is so much greater. I would have to say hardest game, definitely Dark Souls 2. It was the Divinity Edition or whatever 2. It wasn't just Dark Souls 2. I remember somebody telling me when I was streaming that the version I was playing is actually the harder version of Dark Souls 2, and that Dark Souls 2 was supposed to be like the easier one of the genre, but the version I was playing happened to have been one of the harder versions. I'm not sure how true that is. I'm just going off of what I was told while I was streaming it, but it's still, either way, it kicked my ass. How many games do you have? Question number 6 here. How many games do I have? That's a loaded question, because even if I go in here and I look at my Steam library, we're not going to talk. Okay, how many games I have? This is like I said, a loaded question. I have a bunch of my Xbox One games still. I have a bunch of my Xbox 360 games still. I have my Nintendo Wii games, some of them. I have my Nintendo Wii U games, some of them. I have a Nintendo Switch I have games for. I mean, I have a lot of games. And then even if you just go into my Steam library, let's see, uncategorized, I think that's all the games if you look at uncategorized, right? I have 49 games in my Steam library alone, and that just keeps growing too. So that to answer the question, how many games do you have? A lot. A lot. And I mean, some of them I've played, some of them I played for a few minutes. Especially physical copies, it's hard to just get rid of something for me, because there's some nostalgia behind it. Like, I still have my original Xbox 360 Call of Duty Black Ops game. That was the first game that got me into Call of Duty. I'd never played any Call of Duty games before, but Black Ops was my first Call of Duty game I played, and I still have that copy for the 360. I still have my Halo Reach for the 360 that I used to spend nights upon endless nights playing with my buddy I used to live with years ago. So I mean, there's physical copies of games that I can't get rid of in my mind, because there's a memory held behind them. So how many games do I have? A lot. I have a lot. Oh, what's your inspiration to start streaming? Actually, I'm going to combine these next two. What is your inspiration to start streaming, and how did you know streaming is what you wanted to do? I want to put these two together because they're kind of hand in hand. My inspiration to start streaming was just growing up. I always wanted to be an entertainer. When I was a kid in grade school, I used to always tell the teachers I wanted to be on not Comedy Central. I wanted to be on Saturday Night Live. Growing up, Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, all those guys, those guys were my idols growing up, especially Chris Farley. I loved Chris Farley. His comedy was hilarious to me. So I always wanted to be an entertainer, and there was a point in my life in 2011 where I wanted to grab the reins and I wanted to make YouTube videos, and I was like, screw it. I want to chase my dream. I want to follow this dream of being an entertainer. And I was going to make YouTube videos, and I actually had a couple that I had just recorded and I posted onto this channel. They're not there anymore, so I won't be able to link them below, but I wanted to be an entertainer, and in 2011, for exact dates, I said screw it. I was going to jump in. I had a phone that could record, and I could upload to YouTube off of it, and it wasn't great quality. It was at the beginning time of when like smartphones started becoming a thing, like real smartphones, like iPhones having YouTube apps and shit like that. But I made a couple videos, and then I talked to my buddy, and him and I, like, this is when I said we used to play Halo Reach together, and we were going to upload Halo videos together. Well, we found out, at the time to do that, the computer you had to use to capture video, you needed a game capture, you needed this and that. There was so much you needed to have at that time to be able to upload game videos to YouTube. And I didn't have a job. I literally was living with my buddy. I was homeless. He told me I could live with him, and I didn't have the means to do it, and he didn't want to take the risk of buying that stuff and it go nowhere. So he didn't want to put in on it, which I understand. It was his money. He literally had a roof for me to live in. So that originally was where the seed had been planted of make YouTube videos. You want to be an entertainer? Make YouTube videos. Make YouTube videos, because streaming at the time wasn't really that big. Fast forward a few years to 2018. Actually, it was 2017, 2018. I'm sitting here and I'm gaming with one of my buddies on my PlayStation 4 that I had bought off of him, and we were playing Battlefield 1, and he starts talking to somebody, and there's nobody there, and I said, what are you doing, man? I said, who are you talking to? He goes, I'm streaming. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, I'm streaming. You can stream off of your PlayStation. I go, no, shut up. He goes, yeah. He goes, you can stream directly off your PlayStation. You just have to link your YouTube account to your PlayStation. And I was like, okay. And so that sparked that seed that was planted originally. It has sparked it to start growing again. And yeah, I ever since then, like, I just kept going with it and kept growing and growing. And I mean, what I have now all started on a PlayStation 4 and just an enjoyment to entertain. And like I said, I'll put a link to the original, my first live stream down below. It's going to be so bad, but you guys can check it out. But that is what inspired me. What inspired the beginning was I've always wanted to be an entertainer, and how did I know streaming is what I want to do? Because it was at the right place at the right time. I like entertaining. I like having and seeing people having enjoyment and laughing. And live streaming just makes that interaction so much easier because it's right there. The audience is right there. You can get their live reaction right there, as opposed to making the video where I'm sitting here. I'm like, hopefully you guys got to this part and you found this part entertaining. So that is what inspired me and how I got started. Number 8. Well, actually, this is number 8 because we combined the two. I don't know. We're not really keeping track of numbers, are we? If you could replay a game like it was your first time playing it, what game would you pick? If I could replay a game as first time playing it, what game I would pick is this is probably going to sound really silly because it's like earlier with my favorite game, Skyrim. Skyrim is just, it's one of those games. Like, I remember the first time I finally decided to play it. My friends had told me for years, you should play Skyrim Elder Scrolls, you'll love it. It says you'll love this game. The first time I played through it, I mean, I was spending hours on end playing it nonstop. So if I could go back and replay that as if I had never played it before, I think I would pick that game for sure. What game is your favorite / means the most to you? So this kind of goes back to another question for somebody else, I guess. So, what was my favorite and least favorite? What games means the most is my favorite means the most to me? It's Skyrim. I mean, I'm probably going to just skip over this one real quick. Yeah, but it's Skyrim. There's a lot of memories I have playing that game and enjoyment. Let's see here. If you could go back to when you started streaming with what you know now, would you do anything different? That is a very, very loaded question. Would I do anything different? Yes and no. A lot of the stuff that I do now is stuff that I've always practiced and tried to do. It's just I've gotten better at doing it. More confidence in myself in doing it. I think if I could go back, I would tell myself, don't worry about what other people are saying. If social media wise, because you want to try to grow so fast on social media to help bring people to your streams and stuff. I think if I could go back, I would tell myself, don't chase the clicks, is what I would say. Don't chase the clicks. Post what you want to post. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Don't let likes and don't let likes on a post decide if it's a good enough post or not, because it just might be that you posted it at the wrong time, in the wrong place. So don't let that kind of stuff get to you. I think if I could go back, I would tell myself that, and I would focus more on me in this. like I have been since I've been trying to do since I came back to YouTube. I want to see the channel grow, and I left Twitch because I felt like there wasn't enough reach on Twitch, and so I came to YouTube because I was tired of sitting in a road that I felt like was taking me nowhere. So if I could go back to when I started streaming with the knowledge I know now, the only thing different I would do is I would probably tell myself to stay on YouTube. I made and met a lot of cool people on Twitch, but I think at the end of the stream, YouTube, I think would have grown the channel faster. But who knows? You can't guarantee anything. So maybe it would have, maybe it wouldn't have. Either or. I'm happy at where I'm at. I mean, I wish, you know, I've been doing this for like 4.5 years now, almost 5. And I wish it would be in a different spot than where I had planned, but at the same time, I made some amazing friends on this trip, and I've made some lifelong friends on this trip as well, and I've lost some friends too, which sucks, but I've also made some really, really good friends, and I can't imagine like not hanging out and talking to those guys now. And who would have ever thought that would have happened? But I'm happy it happened. It got a little emotional there for a minute. But all in all, I think the only thing I would go back and do, and I was tell myself, don't worry about Twitter. Yes, you're going to phase out of there in a minute anyways. And focus on YouTube, because you'll get places there if you focus on YouTube. But yeah, that last one, wow, it got deep. But guys, that was my Q&A. Hope you enjoyed it. I will leave links to the video, my first live stream down below. Pretzel Rock, the music that's been playing in the background. And if you guys want to check out the channel, go ahead and leave a sub, leave a like, so I know that you like this video, and comment down below or something if you want. Like, hey, you're super cool, dude. I don't know. But I can't wait to get back to streaming, because that's my more forte than just these straight streamlined videos. And I'll see you guys in stream. Until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out. Much love. Oh, I just turned the lights down. We'll just turn the lights down and get quiet. It's the end of the video.